Hello YouTube and welcome back to another Dare to Game video. Today we are talking about the newest game to make me sacrifice all of my free time and sleep. So of course we are talking about Mount & Blade Bannerlord, the long-awaited sequel to Taleworld's Mount & Blade, which is one of my favorite games of all time. And I know that many of you likely feel the same. So I've been playing a lot of this game in the days since it finally released in early access on March 30th. And I wanted to stop and make a quick video on a few things in this game that really stand out as awesome elements that the game does really well. So let's just dive on in and take a look at some of the best systems and or features that this game can boast. So for starters, let's talk combat. Mount & Blade Bannerlord takes the already good system that we all know and love from Warband and makes it better in about 100 ways. As you probably know, the system is made up of a few moves that can be done from 4 directions: right, left, up, and down. So you combine your best approach of slashing, stabbing, blocking, kicking, and shield bashing to take on different opponents with different weapons. There is also mounted combat of every sort, as well as a slew of ranged options including crossbows, bows, and various throwing weapons. All of that is the same. However, they have clearly focused on improving everything this system had to offer, and the result is a very smooth system that feels responsive, yet still retains a real weight behind the swings and blocks that keeps you grounded in a realistic style of combat. They also added different movements into the combat that didn't previously exist, that not only make the combat feel better, but look even more realistic. These vary from the buckling arms of a shield arm when a heavy mace blow lands, to the backswing on overhand chops when slashing from different directions on horseback. So what I really love here is the fact that they managed to take a good system and make it great, by keeping the core the same and enhancing every little thing. The result is a combat system that is much greater than the sum of its parts, and I look forward to experiencing it from years to come. And aside from the personal combat that I just described, there is also still all of the formations and combat commands and the live responsive battle direction that makes this game sort of a real-time strategy slash first-person hack-and-slash RPG game, which is what makes Mount & Blade so great. The second thing I would like to talk about is castle and town upgrades. In Warband, one of the shallowest elements of the game was kingdom management. Once you had a castle or a town, you could build a messenger tower and a prisoner tower, and villages had options like a school or a watchtower or a manor, etc. And of course there are mods out there that improved these options and made some of them better. But in the base game, none of them really meant much, and especially in the case of castles, didn't make the property that much better. I can't count how many times I've explained to people why I don't personally own castles in Warband. I keep villages and towns, but I always give away every castle I take. This is because in Warband, all the castles did was cost you money. You had to garrison it, which cost you a bunch of money, or you were basically always in danger of losing it, and there was no way to increase its revenue yields. Plus, some castles were designed really well, while others had majorly exploitable weaknesses, and you were just stuck with that. However, in Bannerlord, each castle can be upgraded to make the walls stronger, make the training yard faster and more effective, improve resource production, and much, much more. So the thing that makes this system so great is that it actually makes owning a castle or town seem special, and makes it so the longer you own the place and the more money you put into it, the better the castle will be and the more special it feels, creating another sense of unique ownership in the game, which really improves immersion in my opinion. The third system I would like to talk about is diplomacy. And on this one, I feel like the initial game was always lacking. I can't tell you how many times I would be at war with someone, for one reason or another, and I would want to end the war. Usually because I was kicking the snot out of them and wanted to let my kingdom catch up to avoid the chaos of rapid expansion. You know how it is. I would always be chivalrous, allowing people to leave after I caught them in battle, or if it was someone important, ransoming them when I was given an offer, and I would always try to maintain a decent relationship with their leader, even though that can be hard when you're at war. I would send gifts and envoys trying to seek peace, and I would be told to go trip on my sword and give them all peace. It always felt that no matter how established you were, or how much money and power you had, certain AI would always have a chance to turn down deals that in real life, no one in their right mind would scoff at. Something like having taken almost their entire kingdom and leaving them with a tiny little corner, so they know they're about to get beat, but still they'll, turn you down. However, in this game, I have been able to experience an awesome moment of negotiation already, and I've only played for about 15 hours. Basically, I wanted XP, loot, and eventually a castle. And to top it off, so I went to offered a bar that showed that were how much more I needed to offer to make peace. And surprise, surprise, that is a negotiation and diplomacy system that I can get behind. So after taking out a bunch of their armies, the fourth thing I would like to bring lots of money in building a strong war leveling system. I took one of their castles right on the border. Now here I wouldn't say it is. I then stopped better or worse than war bands, would just defend against their attacks and kept beating them. So in this regard, I can't really say right now whether leader besieged my castle. What I can say is this. It is definitely something that is going to offer a better system was revealed to me, and actually make it feel like your character can develop and become a more three-dimensional person. There are skills that unlock abilities in return, and make certain things work better, and basically everything you would expect from a proper RPG. So in short, I can't wait to learn all there is to know about this system, and find out what is and isn't an essential skill to learn. So when it comes to this one, it's, like I said, it's going to take time for me to really develop a strong opinion on whether or not I like it better. But I can definitely see that a lot more work was put into it, and I feel like it's going to make each and every experience, which for me will probably be a lot of them over the years, it's going to make them all unique, and they're all going to feel different, and I'm really, really looking forward to that. Before moving on to the last thing I want to talk about today, I want to make a quick honorable mention. And for that, I want to talk about mods. Now there are currently, at the time of recording, no mods available for Bannerlord, but that is likely to change anytime. In either case, I know that eventually there will be some fantastic mods coming out, because Tailworlds has said they designed the game specifically for mods because they know that that's a big thing in our community. And if they are anything like the conversion mods we saw for Warband, I'm telling you now, we have on our hands a potential for Game of the Decade. As great as the base games are, Mount and Blade is known for letting us jump into the worlds of Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, medieval Europe, and so much more. So sometime in the hopefully near future, we will all be getting that experience with Bannerlord, and I for one cannot wait. So lastly, let's move on to number 5, with a system that took me by surprise, and that is the sword forging system. Now, maybe it is just because I didn't watch every single developer blog that came out in the last 8 years, but I did not know that this was going to be a thing in Bannerlord. But I have been messing around with it, and I love it. For one thing, it is exactly what I've been talking about for a Kingdom Come Deliverance mod, and now all I have to say is a custom sword building mod exactly like the one in Bannerlord. I love this system, and I know I will likely spend a great deal of time messing with it, coming up with replicas of historic weapons, or cool swords from our favorite movies and TV, or just theme-based weapons for my character and our companions. This system allows you to build any custom sword with a large variety of blade styles, handguards, hilts, and pommels, allowing you to mix and match to your heart's content. It also allows you to slightly affect the size of each component, making it more or less useful, and making the appearance of each and every weapon potentially unique. And as I prefaced, this aspect of the game took me completely out of the blue, which is likely why I'm so excited about it. There is nothing quite like getting your favorite type of cake without even knowing it was coming. Well, that makes 5, which as we all know is scientifically the best place to stop for a gaming video on YouTube. And it also allows me to stop making a video and go back to playing a game that threatens to keep me up to 2 in the morning every night, despite needing to be to work by 6. So I hope you like this video, and I hope you subscribe and stick around for more. But in any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching another Dare to Game video. If you like this video, please leave a like and a comment. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like my content and would like to support this channel, consider becoming a member today for as little as $1.99 a month. It makes a huge difference. But in any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day. I'll see you next time.